I'll do a quick unboxing of this invisiFRAME I ordered from my 2019 Nomad Carbon C. Came in just a couple days, so very impressed for the international shipping. Smells like glue in there. So there's in the box instructions, so diagram of all the pieces, the instructions, and just a little picture of what all the pieces are called on the bike, so you know which ones where you're applying each piece. You get the invisiFRAME itself, as well as the squeegee. Okay, we're all wrapped up. So there's some big pieces, some small pieces. There's the head tube, one piece for each side, top tube, one piece, down tube, one piece. Then there's a couple pieces for this section right here, and then another piece to protect here. There's a piece that wraps around the back of the seat tube, and it sort of wraps to the front, but this area right here is kind of exposed. You can see that. There are small strips, you can't see that, but ranging from about here to right by the seat tube to protect where the tire clears through for dirt, and that's on both sides. On the left chainstay, there's a piece here that's for the rotor protection. And on inside here, there's also a piece, it's like a U shape that protects inside here for the tire as well. The kit did come with a strip for the right chainstay. The frame is 2019, and maybe that's why there's a factory plastic piece that covers the chainstay, so I couldn't fit the piece that's supposed to go on the chainstay from invisiFRAME. There are pieces for the outer chainstay, outer seat stays, and then this brace right here as well. And on this side, similar thing from the down tube, there's a separate piece that covers the rest of the bottom bracket area right here. So pretty easy put on overall. It is time consuming though, I would say. I think about 3 hours for me to do the whole kit, and I didn't do the forks. And on the Nomad here, what's challenging is that there's already some kind of like serrated kind of paint protection in these few high wear areas, you know, inside the chainstays, on the back of the seat tube. Just so there's a design up here, and what happens is it's actually raised up here, these painted lines, and you get a ton of air bubbles in there. So it's hard to get them all out, and you're probably not gonna get them all out. You could see I got one like right there. Kind of hard to see that, but there's a bunch in here as well. So these pieces were hard, and then I would say probably the most difficult one was this piece right here, to squeeze that in there. It's got little horns that go up each side here. And then again, the reason it was difficult for me is because it actually extends like up to right here. And so I had to tuck it behind this plastic piece. And so it's very hard to do that. See that one air bubble right here still, where it goes under the plastic. So this was probably the most challenging piece on the whole frame. One area where I think they missed the opportunity is where this brake cable attaches to the down tube. You could see that the top tube invisiFRAME stops right there. The bottom piece is right here. So you have this nice gap right where the cable is gonna rub. So in my mind, there should have been a piece that fills in this triangle right here. So what I'm gonna do is take one of these little pieces here, the leftover ones. I'll make a template, and then I'll cut one of these pieces down to that triangle size and stick it in there to prevent the cable from rubbing on the frame. Okay, here's my template material. I'm gonna slide this in here and trying to get a general outline of what I wanna cover. And I'll go a little bit big at first. I'll cut that out and I'll see if that's about the right shape for me. Okay, here's my cutout. I slide it in here. More cuts. Fit number 2. Fit number 3. Okay, this should do me. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out of the existing squares. Okay, here's the final result. Here's a patch that I cut in there. So you can see it's far from perfect, but it'll do the job. And that's why you pay the big bucks to get the professionals to make the templates for you instead of cutting your own. This is how the whole bike would have looked if I was to do my own template. So anyway, quite pleased with that. That'll protect the frame from this cable. And that's a wrap. As far as tips for installation, it definitely matters of how much water you have in here. So I'd recommend starting with a little bit more on your first piece. It allows you to move it around more, get it set up more. But as you progress, you'll know to start using less water, because the more water you have, the longer it takes to adhere, the longer you're chasing those edges, because the edges don't want to stick. So it just takes longer and longer the more water you use. The other thing is, if you don't think you're gonna need to move the piece around a whole lot, it's easy access. For example, you know, like something like a top tube or one of these big pieces, really easy to get to. You're not gonna slide it around a whole bunch, so you could use less water on those guys. But that's it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the product. It would have taken me forever to cut my own. So it's expensive for what it is for film, but I could see that the money you're paying for really is for somebody to design the template for specific to your frame. And I didn't really run into major hiccups as far as fitment. All the pieces fit pretty good. The only discrepancy again is that I got a piece for the right chainstay, but it's protected from the factory, so I can't squeeze that in there. And that might be just a model year difference. So that's it. Pretty happy with it. We'll see how it performs out in the trail. I didn't do anything for the forks, but I may just either get my own 3M tape or I'll order the kit again just for the forks. We'll see. Last shot of the down tube here. It actually has the cutouts for all the holes here. All the bolt holes. There's actually cut in the film for that. So pretty cool. All right, thanks for watching. Good luck with yours. Hopefully you found it entertaining.